individual to make statement.
My name is Patricia Guerrero, and I'm here because I noticed that on the Senate communication, the retirees letter was included for information in today's session with respect to House Bill number 21-76, House Substitute 1, which is the $15 million from the casino license fee to for the retirees. And I'm here with some of the retirees to support that bill and ask, and I noticed that it's not on today's agenda, but respectfully asked if you can put that bill on today's agenda for action, be it for the retirees or for IPI, but we, the retirees, would like to see that proposed legislation on this on today's agenda for action. We have submitted for record signatures from 70 retirees, inclusive of survivors beneficiaries, who are concerned about this 15 million because initially it was in Public Law 18-56 for the retirees 25%. Now, Mr. President and members of this body, I respectfully ask for someone to move and put that bill on the agenda. We are here to protect that. We are concerned, and for these reasons, we are concerned because we live on this pension alone. It provides for our basic needs, but not just for food, but it provides for our medical. It provides for paying the bills, financial obligations with bona fide financial institution, lending institution, such as the bank, the CHCC when we go into the emergency room, CUC, and many other that we owe. And please, again, I'm here to respectfully request on behalf of the retirees who had signed this letter and submitted to the Fiscal Affairs Committee. Estiani sinya ay manmatami ulo ginigi ni retirao pabin gagaw atensyon midyo sa importante stigi, Mr. President and members of this body. Importante na in take care i retirees sa pago in limbo, regardless ko whether no manapasi i IPI pati manapasi edzina proposed legislation po na nalutokti i 15 million para retiral gi 25%. Zengagago fabot sa esta pago guahadzo retiral magang pago gaigi on medical leave, medical referral. Gagi ni ujung pomanahano gini gi 24th. Taza retiral magagago sa esta tisinya ami man resibi mas ki hafan resisibi. Enoa ni sinya. Zahanzu gumogote nilala mami pago. Ejige Senator Jude na in nahalo medjige za surprise do sage magard hagulu tenang governor ane ma sign edji Public Law 18-56 ni po maprotehi i 25% man surprise ami. Tazang gaggago pemprotehi edjige za ingago zan umapolu eno na act pago za in tegi action pago. And know what, Mr. President, za ingagago loki, ami ni retirees, di man malago ami, na po mana i IPI, ni afa ginagagaw niya na tipo wapasi sa hafa, sa itutuhun estigi na bill para retiraw. Debe nang comprenden nigi. Nga todos tigi para retiraw gi maghart. Zahafa na tisinya ti para tanafa na pasi. Esta cuantos años desde que atsuli exclusive license. Manmungi anju penajudami. Bolanya ulili manamku kini anju. Sa stay manamku man mafatugi gumau sa masangangan nijo na pabi mana power of attorney pabi protehi siya. Enigi na rason na matuzo magi udingo sinanaw ni malango. Loput pabi protehi i-retirees. So put fabot ugagawan jo. Po lu move and no pagun. Get it out of your committee. Get it out. And I'm surprised. I'm very surprised of you, Senator Hofschneider.
Mr. President,
Recognize Senator Jude.
this is a public comment on on items appear before on the calendar, and there's none of it that she's referring to. So I think we need to wrap up this lecture from this madam, this gentle lady.
I understand, but Mr. President, I'm begging you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Guerrero. Any other members that would like to make a public comments reference to today's agenda? Please,
Buenas tardes.
State your
Bentin
state your name.
Publico. Guahu, si Joseph Mundo Castro. Sila danon tauto maranas jo. Jai propose tuho gini ipabay sa pota. Hafa mansangan po di 21 the 76 na bill. Imapasa gigumasampapa na guma ni gini ni representanti siya. Usa popotay zo, gagago ajo dun mizo. Kwa uno malangu. Yonan na yan mo. Inangok ko gay gizamzo tres gini na senador gini saipan. Todo do amzo bota. Amzo lo koin hingukit, patin hingukit. Lo sapot amzo. Taja ugagagong. Ja todo di siya man fitma gini galatsa. Mapapaisin jo ajudo para kausinya inquintusi hamjo ja in atan ja ina kabalis hamjo pain husga sa man mabotam jo ni publikon maranas tigwahu pabifan ma desisyon langnus gipiso ja in debate ja fan ma desisyon pago pod otro na asunto. Sa tiuli, loki kalendaran pago na dia. Lao dispensa jo, Honorable Senator Jot, naya jon minuto. Lao, ikasino, isdi kematu jo ginin Amerika, pura problema uhunguk. Pura pot corruption. Guaha komisanti ni kasino, ejiki siya para guabe blame. Hafa bidanin niya. I-permit na delegado, komisante siya gi kasino, hafa bidanin niya, kwanto na tsansa. Diyan ginordinaro na tauto mapreso esta. Hongge jo sa ginineno jo magi, ibe panimbestiga, naya jo ebidensya sa bearesto. Jatyo statan niya aji. Taja pago sinabi chogwe, ijok kwa citizens right. Lo, dispensa honorably, Jauh gagagaw na hamjin di sidi jan langno sujong janging ginagagaw pago na dia jan diskuti aminda jon mejo agenda taja tisinya mana sinya jangin man malagwam jo enoa si Diyos masi para todo samjo.
Jesus Mose, Mr. Castro. Guatalugi publiko malago mamatinas palabra antes de bay. Sige muna dyan ni asuntun pago na sesyon. Please state your name for the record.
Oo nga, no? Mr. President, dan con respeto, dan todam dyan ni senador naman gagi gini, no, magufo sa staba dyan ginigab gi house, komentus sa upremeti i chairman ni JGO, si congressman no, usanganya uzong i house na, pabifatto magi, taga pa bi address lo, finena no, manamatuzo sa gagi agenda gini ne, the agenda is Northern Man's College. Mr. President, no, comprende still okay retirees dunya no, man mafatto magi sa gwa lie or bio, lo ti retired zo. Class 2 zo originally, zani matsotso gi koleho, gi 1989 until lacho. To summarize that still, I can wrap it up and turn in a testimony lo. Mr. Senator Cruz from Tinian, and no, ako chairman executive appointment, no, who addressed us no, several months ago, lo gay gizo, why some along with multiple cancers, okay. The guy gizo gini I need to go back to Hawaii for my treatment. Lo I problema gi kuleo ne, Mr. President, and member of the Senate, no, ufin mafananan gina tempo ko gagaya ta correct ko si acting president si lift ko gina tunga no kasi no ufin professional development leave just in a contracta ne sort of like educational leave za gogo si Senator Borja, Mr. Senator Jesus Masi sa just man posible ufin plus ta pago siga zo man liliko dudulag dadalako sa kada zo man agang gi koleho gagzo why gagzo gini pabian anli ni presidente ni koleho testi na presidente okay acting president si Dr. Fernandez way back tutungol ko si kitara na i acting president or sino i acting president man ni sa busy sa malefa lo una citas ti address sa kada un anyo sa eskwela zo koleho ne 2 años pa serbi koleho digi kontrata. Well, why internal politics ne? Way back, that is masono zo. No, gininesti legislatura, then the acting president, former president McPheeters. Well, gina tempo ne, mandikiki fa magono, una sita careta. Malo zo pas joten, mamaisin to tisina, lo dangklu si dokko. Unta fa bedaw ne, jajiki tizaba langus gina tempo idokko retirement, withdrawal. Do sami malangus, iuno ma rehire tati sa wagi lai until last 30 days or pon tapako sa biro tati. Ani pa bibiro tati, ti hire tati. Ma di division no koleho no until last 6 años. I mean about 6 years of employment or 4 years low, Mr. Senator. Executive appointment investigation por favor atang fanen no. Janu ben na funadan si sa Gimagal retirees zo loki ne retired zo atinigo como retired zo pago atinigo sa masano zo loki pabeligo zo na lai ma famatsuning ne whether it's right or wrong titungo no lo go ne ma victimize zo ne the acting president tatis Mr. Elliptico ne dos guys managan 2 weeks ago kitaranya or 3 weeks ago esta pago or 4 weeks ago pasizena matuzo magi first of all uspo pota si Mr. Blunt. Then si Ms. Torres, po ma-confirm. Then loki si Mr. Ato para ma-confirm gizo niya no respective no boardship. Lo fa-faisin si Ms. Sablan. Then si Ms. Torres, dumapegas tiga agenda. Next Senate no, next Senate Board of Region meeting. Zabi halong fan zabi address este ne. Sa EG Legal Council ne. EG di funto no Matthew Smith. Dan pago si Skagin, sa tilatso visa talo Legal Council i NMC. Siga na lilikuzo ne. Tas ngani zo na no basta mano para nagagizo away gi pagoro hotel. Mr. President on liazo ay imes natin na basta ma-check i senators. Basta ma-check. Amzini man mali pero sa ngani zo na lawyer na makano mga zo sumek i senator no man sumano zo man mambota para House and Senate. Sa gwazo mami ongoing Tawag ka city member, board member ni. Ongoing nga tunga si Senator Sixto. Ongoing civil litigation. Dati mafakpo. Zagwiza mahandoy city. Personally, he's a corrupt no attorney. He should be fired. He should be disbarred. But that's a separate issue. Sa pagod na gimagat, retired zo with a good salary. But secondly, no, Mr. President, malago zo loki no, since ako chairman ni Executive Appointment, dispensa sa Cruz sa tiyo tatagaro ni Stine Ofa. Hamzo na senador gini na kubong firm si Robert Hunter, Secretary of Community and Cultural Affairs. Usangan na sige papa ang naguma. Si Robert Hunter ni, baba parita ni Samoro. Man Samoro majuragi ni Federal Senator Carolina si Senator Hoso. Baba, sabi proof hamzo na baba. Sa uno kontra ni Alon Senator, si Dr. Magalay na Torres. Pofan ma-reconfirm todo na cabinet. Uno tas tataba talaway, oppose, unayam zo ni letter. Todo dam zo na senators, mga ma-confirm si Robert. Nagayagad ko ki. Ekwa kan tingo na. Nasiga pofan man hafut. Pofan man hafut. 1,100 na man welotta Senator Cook, President. For decades, no, manot na, manaholim investors, manay salapi, man archaeologists, manay, man mapasi, manano, machuli, wilota, machuli somewhere, manot na. I-question na gini, Mr. Senator, Mr. President, how di guide you na human remains, ancestral human remains? Ko ihita ni man totano ni man indigenous si Saboro, or i-cinema government, or i-federal government. Sige malago, illegal council, Mr. President, facing hodge guys. Sa sige lo ki problema niya, i-native Hawaiians, gigato ni Stabao. I-state of Hawaii, and i-federal government. May sin kada masoda. Go pro-development, Mr. President. Lo, i-permit gazo niya condition. So, facing lo, Senator Cruz, and the Congressman Amatsuki Papa, pama-joint investigation ng kanya lang si Robert Hunter,
Dispensation of Mr. Senator.
Yeah.
Can you bring that matter
Yeah.
with the respective committees so that we can address that on a different venue?
Okay. Jesus Masi.
At this time, I just want to give you the opportunity for public comments
Okay.
based on what we are to be discussed today.
Sa i-budget, kumpuni, nagagi budget, Mr. President. Ito nagagi zo. Ina zo na budget. The manay budget, the Bahaksay Curation Facility next to the Cinema and Museum. Okay? Diyan maatan loki sa kumpuni ko, taza archaeologist pago. Resign si Pruitt last month. Taza staff archaeologist cinema. Umano para tinyan sa maatan si development tinyan. Zago ne. Itinyan na development more than 1/3 ay 2/3. Siyempre, mali mi section 106 si federal government. Zago uang okku siya. I federal government na siyempre ma-take care so. Lo anyway, Mr. President, put budget is ina sa pagod man matipo di budget. Lo lastly no, since this is the budget no, Mr. President, malago zo be facing itinan delegation. The funding is the itinan medical referral program. You know, sa go cancer survivors da nisita ba ano pa why. Sa gwa problema da ni cinema medical referral, the police of tribay so nga nga nezo neno na dibi address still put budget still the facing con respeto todos siya. Senator Frank Cruz, Senator Borja, and Senator Jude, por favor, en Tilacho, funding fund is itinan medical referral para o-file para cancer patient. The porotimo no Senator Borja si Jesus Masi toring na judumo, yung na prontuno papa to falago, the Jesus Masi tori said bombo no tinian. We go appreciate tori judumo para to tinian. And now, Mr. President, Jesus Masi, then I'll go Mr. Cruz.
Can you, before you leave the your
Yeah.
seat, can you just, for the record, state your name, please?
Richard, Joachim Schneider.
Thank you. And before you leave, Senator Cruz, I noticed that you want to make a statement.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Fernando, the Ranchonon bring up na concern regarding the move contract NMC. Those ang onyo na tisina by micromanage NMC. Da ini jomu complain na sibo mara o advice na pron check no ligo no advice from an attorney. Sa tisina tiwahan do sibo mara gini ke the legislature. What
Well-
reason no niti ma-entertain mo na, you need to seek a legal no advice from an attorney.
No,
So that's your contract with the NMC.
esta utogin na Mr.
Kasi
Senator.
na ba sige man imbestiga gi NMC po no sumo contract sa between you and NMC.
Mr. Senator, no dispensa zo, no uasa, no ungan din nandiyan, no? It's a contract issue law istine. Yung nanay no budget oversight zan appointment za esta mano zo pe kotti ne. Za ma dismiss ito sa gagzo wa sa malong zo. Si Justin Araha. Da sina bibira zo tatti ne. Lo malago zo be address sa hamzu government. Amzo ko for firms siya ne. Dan sina ko investigate sa no izuasasti wa no civil service na law na way back. And iti man public law 7 does something. For many years, iti man manay. Lo,
Okay,
sige man ako,
Mr. Senator, talo by repeat ya.
Ti litigation is the only way. Amzo ni man may live, faisin na judo.
By repeat ya, sti talo, tayo manalingan Senator Cruz.
Yeah.
Pues matto magi peron testifica lo que na unsa poputa i nominin esticia i NMC.
Of course, Mr. President, us papata 22 experience man may duka sa tanasita fanolom.
Kaya po sila liko pago na gilano is almost support ni manggagi sa kung ukaw na.
Ah,
Iliko pago na propio, gidispois, gidisposisyon i senadot, malik kung gasta tempo mo pago pa rin noibus yan ni manolom.
yeah, bigas sa
Za un diskute no gian gi-opisyat na kapasidad niya.
problema ko gini, Mr. President, for the record. For many years, turu acting president, kada mo nai sekretarya, ti masong nizo na luwaman dadagi. Kada rato matuzulo, jadi na malago zo publicly pabi sanga kimin acting president.
Pues I believe pago na esta Mr. Senator na inoibus yan na man mapunta, papan manedbi, maikung pago i sinintemo.
Ah,
Za sinabenti ginlo i opinion mo pago na public comment. Sinabenti matsuli pago na mensahe. Za gi disposisyon este pago na ani gi para ma-compete man niya. Sina matsuli pago i mensahe mo za madiskuti za ni manyantin i kuleo.
yes, just masi, Mr. President, no, just for the record, no, tikotyan siya man ne. We go to the elected leaders. Jesus masi, no, to samzo con respeto, no, Senator.
Zawa na benatungo na sti elected leaders ti todo kapasidad niya sinya mapatsa ni. Sagwa siya diferentes klasen eskalera na ipatatsuli siya.
Okay.
No? Sinya ba yung manazuda lo ti sinya ba tinasya desisyon.
Ay, di nandiyan, no? So,
Pues malago na malik sa mahungo ka esta.
okay.
Na esti noibu na po fan makumpit mapago na dia.
Yeah.
Za ohala mon na no guatin po mo zan fan matatsong zan itodo ikabalis don rin noiba talo i problema na muna na yon no
Yeah.
dinisan ini mo na i karera mo.
Jesus masi, Senator, no, lastly, Senator Boras, Jesus masi talong ba ito da judo mo?
Jesus Masi,
members
Mr.
of the
Senator.
Senate, yeah.
Yeah.
Masi,
Anyone before I close the public comment?
Buenas,
Buenas.
Speaker President Hokuk, and members gini na body. Buho si Liana Manglonia sa Blonhoff Schneider. Gay gizu gini, pabi testiguzi, uno na House Bill, ni gay gigi is mismo agenda, nista ta repeat no sa man malalalad di todo naman yung tagi agenda. No, i-put estina bill, Senate Bill 2152, under Senate Committee Report 21103. Go importante estina bill para guaho za address para museum. Sa no masyate manaalit o tatitizi i hinanaw niya i Cinema Museum. Sa i Cinema Museum, giza manda nilay na para guizo atan i repository in todo no archaeological or historical artifacts ginigi tanota todo maranas. Lo vera di no ni historical artifacts gaigi lokigi no man mapopolo no kantidad na human remains I ancient Chamorro I Manyaynata. Za ginagagogi actually as I mentioned earlier na minananda na puro managwa curation facility. Lo for over decades taza ma create creation facility para museum. Apa na rason importante curation facility. Curation facility importante sa edzigi ni paro inatan sa pupinilan hafa man masosiedi archaeological digging or archaeological data recovery. Archaeological data recovery permits man magragran under EHPO Rules and Regulation Public Law 3-39 minanandaloki under 10-71 penalties. Penalties for 10,000 per day per infraction. Importante na parinatan is in support sa nazuda museum za establish a curation sa tidebi na kada rato para po curate Manyaynata sa giman mapus dongkulo na storya edze papa ibe sunshine no nigi pag na dongkulo na problema manafanhono uzong gitanota kantida manafanhono para Boston, Massachusetts by Forsyth Institute may gugi kana mas des años za stakimatay potsinegwi sa tanafunazon mananalo magigitanota timan mapatsa against the law law tutungo of HPO na timareglesti zan Attorney General. At the same token, loki Attorney General debino utogit si sonya gi estina area istina 3-39. The be closest no Mr. Speaker, Mr. President, then members. Bago na dia alas 8:30 guahan no procession the curation ni ko pipuntanti. Testi sa naman anonymous manapanono para Guam papan curate Guam. Zailay loki mamandane na tidebi punahano. Lo manapanono sa papan curate o chubanda. Zanu bago na dia man offwood gi papa gi maluk aray au. Guatu mo questiones sa seryoso. Guatu mo gini mano gagi aray au. Para amzone members. Hindi mo man gagi aray au. Ayun. Okay. This is smasi. Kumutin research ni yan historian Maranas Saipan. Tuntungo aray au. Lo aray au ni italang kanoa isingsung talang kanoa. Pues estini za share briefly page 7 gi local newspaper pagan ni muzong za dispensa sa manzo tiwatendi sa nigolo ki tutungo za ni ozi zamzu tungo lo tungo ani papan ma attendi siya anonymous ni manginin no Japan mangagi lieutenant governor mangagi mayor mangagi todo man magas to comprendi apa na manai amzo tu tungo ko iso mi timan makumbida amzo or timan masanem lo lelenya gini under community brief reinterment of remains at Surfrider Resort Hotel. Okay? Often na para community brief. So often na timan masangani amzo ni man magas. Na mas ki 36 na Chamorro, manantigon Chamorro, man maofot pago. So man na patu gining Guam. Magi un tauto pero sogi izi ginago, ikulo. Bula tauto ta gini sinasumog gino. Taman na lang niya si Richard, por favor, call and oversight. It's long overdue. It's been 30-40 years. Oversight para joint oversight para Department of Community and Culture Affairs, then historic preservation. For your information, gipaingi 10 o'clock in the evening maganzo ni Archaeological Council on Historic Preservation in Washington, D.C. and Maryland. Zano malagos na pabinaliin na italo kita sota. And I will be dealing with the Attorney General with that. Sizus masi sa nisita ta offwood 1,800. 800 ipapa anagwan. Sige na mangagi gini sa public law 18-56 ni establish casino. Edzigi papa. Edzigi balinya papa iman magwahi Manyaynata. Za debi na tanadinansi. Tisinya po pan maakapod August 21st. Tisinya po masedi silita sa masasedi gi papa desecration. Tigo sumangan University of Hawaii. Debitatan is an independent review. Sizus masi.
Thank you, Mrs. Afsener. Any other members from the public would like to make a public comment? If none, Madam Clerk. Or Floor Leader. We already closed the public comments, okay? No,
Start.
by Besedio, 1 minute
Okay.
to
Yeah, 1 minute,
to na panasan niya pa pansangan.
I know dispensa no on behalf of this body, I also would like to ask the president and the members of this body to please confirm, especially Michelle Lynn Sablan. For you guys that don't know my history, I have spent many years with the family of the Lynn family, and it gives me great pleasure and honor to support. I didn't know she's going to be hurt today, but I'm here to support Michelle. I used to shuttle Michelle from her school, her private school, to her house and to her parents' house, and I'll just leave it at that. Also, I support Ms. Torres' appointment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Floor Leader, we are on item C.
Just want to say, Mr. President. Mr. President, a motion for the adoption of Senate Journal 21-21, first day, fourth special session, dated July 16th, 2020. So move.
Those in favor of the motion for the adoption of Senate Journal number 21-21, say aye. Aye. Those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Senate Journal 21-21 is hereby adopted. Floor Leader.
Mr. President, if there's no objection from the members, I move to item M, reports on of standing committees.
There's a motion to move our agenda from item D to item M to address the standing committee report for the action on all the nominees for today's session. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those opposed say nay. Motion carries. We are now on item M of our agenda. Floor Leader.
Just Mr. President. Mr. President, starting on page 5 of our agenda. Number 8, a standing committee report 21-104. A motion for the adoption of the said standing committee report from the Committee on Executive Appointments and Government Investigations, reporting on the reappointment of Mrs. Irene T. Torres to serve as a member of the NMC Board of Regents representing the 3rd Senatorial District. So move.
Discussion. Chairman Cruz.
Thank you,
Before you make that statement, Mr. Senator Cruz, I'd like the Sergeant Arm to please bring the nominee to the front, particularly Ms. Irene. Okay, you may proceed, Senator Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, your Committee on Executive Appointment and Government Investigation is ready to present Standing Committee Report number 21-104. And this is the executive appointment of Ms. Irene T. Torres to serve as a member of the Northern Marianas College Board of Region, representing the 3rd Senatorial District, Saipan. Your Committee on Executive Appointments and investigation, to which was referred the appointment of Ms. Irene T. Torres to serve as a member of the Northern Marianas College Board of Regents, begs to leave to report as follows. After review and consideration of testimonies provided, your committee recommends the confirmation of Ms. Torres' appointment to serve as a member of the Northern Marianas College Board of Regents. Pursuant to Rule 8, Section 5 of the Official Rules of the Senate, it is the duty and purpose of your committee to report to the Senate for legislative action pertaining to the executive appointment of Ms. Irene T. Torres to serve as a member of the Northern Marianas College Board of Regents. Your committee has examined all pertinent documents relating to the executive appointment of Ms. Torres' overall credentials to serve as the member of the Northern Marianas College Board of Regents. And in summation of all written and oral testimonies provided to the committee, there are 3 written testimonies in support of the appointee, 4 oral testimonies in support of the appointee, and no written or oral testimonies in opposition of the appointee. In addition, your committee stated several recommendations, issues, and concerns to the appointee that are included in this report. And based on the overall assessment of Ms. Torres' credentials, experiences, testimonies, goals for the department, and other relevant issues considered, your committee is convinced that Ms. Torres has the qualification and leadership skills necessary to serve as a member of the Northern Marianas College Board of Regents. The public hearing was conducted on August 12, 2020, here in the Senate Chamber at the Honorable Sus P. Mofnas Memorial Building, Capitol Hill, Saipan. And during the hearing, certain recommendations, issues, and concerns were raised for the appointee to address and look into when confirmed as a board member. In conclusion, all required documents in conformance with Rule 8, Section 5 of the Official Rules of the Senate have been submitted to your committee for review and consideration. And based on the submission of pertinent documents and testimonies, your committee concludes that the appointment of Ms. Torres to serve as a member of the Northern Marianas College Board of Regents in accordance with 3 CMC subsection 1311. Therefore, your committee consents the confirmation of Ms. Irene T. Torres to serve as a member of Northern Marianas College Board of Regents. Again, I ask the full body of the Senate to support Standing Committee Report number 21-104. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Cruz. Any other members? Ready? Senator Bora, recognize.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. Before we act on the appointment of both Ms. Irene Torres and Michelle Sablan, as they heard the comment on the public comment from Mr. Richard Ontalan Hope Snyder, may I request that after the confirmation, they should confer this matter to the, I think, interim president as well as other board members so that they can look into the matter, and if Mr. Richard's statement is true and the claim he is asking, I ask that they seriously address this issue, and even if it's not to the favor of Mr. Ontalan, they should communicate with Mr. Hotzeneder so that they can once and for all resolve this issue. I've heard about this matter for so many times, for many years, so at least once and for all they resolve this matter. So again, thank you.
Thank you, Senator Bora, and so noted. And probably we'll just do that after Senate action takes place for their confirmation. And I would also request, by the request of Senator Bora, the interim president, to join the committee to talk about this matter that Mr. Schneider has stated out during his public comment. Senator Sixto?
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I just wanted to make a comment. I'm not on the EAGI committee, but I've read the reports on you and the reports of all the other appointees that are here today. But I just want to congratulate you all ahead of time. You have my favorable support. And the only thing I wanted to mention is I know that the president, Frankie, is here, and we've had discussions with Frankie with respect to NMC. So I am very confident on the actions and the vision of NMC. And for you coming in, the only note I wanted to just put, and I'm sorry, Frankie, if I bring this up with them, but we discussed it when they were here. The structure of NMC, when you're going to break it down and a contractor is going to work on it. I've spoken during the session when we had the meetings with NMC, and I've told a lot of people, maybe irresponsibly, but what I've told them is that we're hoping NMC can allow those materials to be salvaged by the people. So if those building materials that you're going to break down, you at least hopefully allow the contractor to put them aside and give the people some time who may be able to use those materials to salvage for whatever they can do to assist themselves, considering, and I know a lot of them look good still, no? So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that and put our acting president on the spot. But he said he was going to do it, but I just wanted to remind you. And now, so I'm confident, Mr. President. Jesus Masi.
Thank you, Senator Sixto. Any other member would like to make a comment before we move on? Ready? Madam Clerk? For Standing Committee Report 21-104.
Senator Borja,
Yes.
Senator Cruz, Senator Hofschneider,
Unggan.
Senator Igisomar,
Aware.
Senator Manglonya, Senator Kiduga, Senator Sablan,
Unggan.
Senator Santos. Mr. President,
Again.
Mr. President, all 9 members voting yes.
With 9 members voting yes on Standing Committee Report 21-104, hereby passed the Senate. And for the nominee, I just want to let you know that once the committee passes this Standing Committee Report, you are deemed confirmed. So congratulations on your next 4 years job to serve our NMC. Congratulations again.
I just want to thank you
I
all for your
recognize, yeah, go ahead.
continued trust and confidence in me, and I would be more than happy to work with my colleagues to assist NMC. Jesus Masi, Gliso, and thank you again.
Thank you. Floor Leader.
Sejus Masi, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move for the adoption of Standing Committee Report 21-105 from the Committee on Executive Appointments and Government Investigations, reporting on the appointment of Mrs. Michelle Lynn Sablan to serve as a member of the NMC Board of Regents representing the 3rd Senatorial District.
Discussion. Recognize Chairman Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. President. Again, your committee on executive appointment and government investigation is ready to present Standing Committee Report number 21-105. And this is the executive appointment of Ms. Michelle Lynn Sablan to serve as a member of the Northern Mars College Board of Regents representing the 3rd Senatorial District, Saipan. Mr. President, the Committee on Executive Appointment and government investigation, to which was referred the appointment of Ms. Michelle Lynn Sablan to serve as a member of the Northern Mars College Board of Regents, begs leave to report as follows. After review and consideration of testimonies provided, your committee recommends the confirmation of Ms. Sablon's appointment to serve as a member of the Northern Marianas College Board of Regents. Pursuant to Rule 8, Section 5 of the Official Rules of the Senate, it is the duty and purpose of your committee to report to the Senate for legislative action pertaining to the executive appointment of Ms. Michelle Lynn Sablon to serve as a member of the Northern Marianas College Board of Regents. Your committee has examined all pertinent documents relating to the executive appointment of Ms. Sablon's overall credentials to serve as a member of the Northern Marianas College Board of Regents. And in summation of all written and oral testimonies provided to the committee, there are 5 written testimonies in support of the appointee, 4 oral testimonies in support of the appointee, and no written or oral testimonies in opposition of the appointee. Additionally, your committee stated several recommendations, issues, and concerns to the appointee that are included in this report. And based on the overall assessment of Ms. Sablon's credentials, experiences, testimonies, goals for the department, and other relevant issues considered, your committee is convinced that Ms. Sablon has the qualification and leadership skills necessary to serve as a member of the Northern Marianas College Board of Regents. The public hearing was conducted on August 12, 2020, here at the Senate Chamber at the Honorable Sus P. Mafnas Memorial Building, Capitol Hill, Saipan. And during the hearings, certain recommendation issues and concerns were raised for the appointee to address and look into when confirmed as a board member. In conclusion, all required documents in conformance with Rule 8, Section 5 of the Official Rules of the Senate have been submitted to your committee for review and consideration. And based on the submission of pertinent documents and testimonies, your committee concludes that the appointment of Ms. Sablon to serve as a member of the Northern Marianas College Board of Regents in accordance with 3 CMC subsection 1311. Therefore, your committee consents the confirmation of Ms. Michelle Lynn Sablon to serve as a member of the Northern Marianas College Board of Regents. Again, I ask the full body to support Standing Committee Report number 21-105. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Chairman Cruz. Any other members would like to make any statement? You ready? Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Senator Borja,
Yes.
Senator Cruz. Senator Hapschneider,
Good.
Senator Igisomar,
Aware.
Senator Manglonia, Senator Kiruga, Senator Sablan,
Yes.
Senator Santos. Mr. President,
Again,
Mr. President, all 9 members voting yes.
thank you, Madam Clerk. With 9 members voting affirmative to pass Standing Committee Report 21-105. I wish to extend also, Michelle, for your information that having the 9 members voted on the Standing Committee Report, that you are now deemed confirmed by the full body of the Senate to serve for your new term with the NMC. Congratulations on your new responsibility, and hope that you assist the other members to move our NMC to a most prosperous college. Thank you, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Senate President Victor Holkok, and to the Senate body for giving me this chance to serve our community on a different capacity. I look forward to working alongside with my new colleagues and to the next 4 years at the Northern Marianas College. Thank you. It was so a hot day.
Thank you. Floor leader.
Messages Mossy, Mr. President. Mr. President, a motion for the adoption of Standing Committee Report number 21-106 from the Committee on Executive Appointments and Government Investigations, reporting on the appointment of Mr. John D. Atto to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission, representing the 2nd Senatorial District. So moved.
Discussion? Recognize again, Chairman Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. President. Again, Mr. President, your Committee on Executive Appointment is ready, on Executive Appointment and Government Investigation is ready to present Standing Committee Report number 21-106. And this is the executive appointment of Mr. John D. Atto to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. Your Committee on Executive Appointments and Government Investigation, to which was referred the appointment of Mr. John D. Atto to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission, begs leave to report as follows. After review and consideration of testimonies provided, your committee recommends the confirmation of Mr. Atto's appointment to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. Pursuant to Rule 8, Section 5 of the Official Rules of the Senate, it is the duty and purpose of your committee to report to the Senate for legislative action pertaining to the executive appointment of Mr. Atto to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. Your committee has examined all pertinent documents relating to the executive appointment of Mr. Atto's overall credentials to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. And this is representing the 2nd Senatorial District, Tinian. And in summation of all written and oral testimonies provided to the committee, there are 0 written testimonies in support of the appointee, 4 oral testimonies in support of the appointee, and no written or oral testimonies in opposition of the appointee. Additionally, your committee stated several recommendations, issues, and concerns to the appointee that are included in this report. And based on the overall assessment of Mr. Atto's credentials, experiences, testimonies, goals for the department, and other relevant issues considered, the committee is convinced that Mr. John D. Atto has the qualifications and leadership skills necessary to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. The public hearing was conducted on August 12, 2020, here at the Senate Chamber at the Honorable Sus P. Momphnas Memorial Building, Capital Saipan. And during the hearing, certain recommendations, issues, and concerns were raised for the appointee to address and look into when confirmed as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. In conclusion, all required documents in conformance with Rule 8, Section 5 of the Official Rules of the Senate have been submitted to your committee for review and consideration. And based on the submission of pertinent documents and testimonies, your committee concludes that the appointment of Mr. Atto to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission in accordance with 1 CMC Section 6102. Therefore, your committee consents the confirmation of Mr. John D. Atto to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission representing the 2nd Senatorial District, Tinian. Again, I ask the full body of this of the Senate to support Standing Committee Report number 21-106. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Chairman Cruz. Any other member would like to make any statement in the discussion? Senator Sixto, recognize.
Mr. President, thank you very much. I'll make this short. Mr. Atto, you have my favorable support along with your colleagues. But the only thing I really wanted to state is I know that there were discussions with the committee with respect to the election process during this pandemic. And I'm not sure if you were referenced. It was recently introduced, Senate Bill number 21-68. I hope you'll be able to access that document as soon as you get confirmed. Senate Bill number 21-68 is a bill that I introduced, a proposal in communication with your current executive director of the Election Commission on the how to best practices with respect to having this election coming this November 3rd. So I hope you are able to take a look at that bill, because we will be acting on it, and your immediate response, feedback, would be highly favorable to us. No? Undang kulan sa Masi. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Chairman Sixto. Ready? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Borja,
Yes.
Senator Cruz,
Yes.
Senator Hofschneider,
Again.
Senator Igisomar,
Our.
Senator Manglonya, Senator Kiruba, Senator Sablan,
Again.
Senator Santos. Mr. President,
Again.
Mr. President, all 9 members voting yes.
With all 9 members voting yes for the passage of Standing Committee Report number 21-106, hereby passes the full Senate. And Mr. John Hato, like I said already, that once this is adopted or passed, that you are deemed confirmed to serve as the newest Board of Election Commission. And having to make mention during a public hearing that this is the first ever that you have engaged yourself in serving our Northern Marianas government system. I wish that your presence with the Election Commission will contribute a great deal in moving forward to our expedient election process and concern to carry this election in November to a more workable to our voters in throughout the Commonwealth and abroad. So again, on behalf of the Senate, we'd like to congratulate you on your first ever participation in the system of our CNMI government. Thank you for stepping forward to help. Congratulations again on behalf of the members.
Thank you, Mr. Senate President, to the members of this committee. I look forward to working with my colleagues and doing the best we can to make everything possible, especially for the upcoming election. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Floor leader.
Citizen Masi, Mr. President. Mr. President, a motion for the adoption of Standing Committee Report 21-107 from the Committee on Executive Appointments and Government Investigations, reporting on the appointment of Mrs. Doris Audon Atalik to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission representing the 3rd Senatorial District. So moved.
Discussion? Chairman, recognize.
Thank you, Mr. President. Again, your Committee on Executive Appointment and Government Investigation is ready to present Standing Committee Report number 21-107. And this is the executive appointment of Ms. Doris Audon Atalik to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission representing the 3rd Senatorial District, Saipan. Mr. President, your Committee on Executive Appointments and Government Investigation, to which was referred the appointment of Ms. Doris Audon Atalik to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission, beg leave to report as follows. After review and consideration of testimonies provided, your committee recommends the confirmation of Ms. Audon Atalik's appointment to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. Pursuant to Rule 8, Section 5 of the Official Rules of the Senate, it is the duty and purpose of your committee to report to the Senate for legislative action pertaining to the executive appointment of Ms. Audon Atalik to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. Your committee has examined all pertinent documents relating to the executive appointment of Ms. Audon Atalik's overall credentials to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. In summation of all written and oral testimony provided to the committee, there are 0 written testimonies in support of the appointee, 4 oral testimonies in support of the appointee, and no written or oral testimonies in opposition of the appointee. Additionally, your committee stated several recommendations, issues, and concerns to the appointee that are included in this report. And based on the overall assessment of Ms. Audon Atalik's credentials, experiences, testimonies, goals for the department, and other relevant issues considered, your committee is convinced that Ms. Audon Atalik has the qualification and leadership skills necessary to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. The public hearing was conducted on August 12, 2020, here at the Senate Chamber at the Honorable Sus P. Mafnas Memorial Building, Capitol, Saipan. And during the hearings, certain recommendation issues and concerns were raised for the appointee to address and look into when confirmed as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. In conclusion, all required documents in conformance with Rule 8, Section 5 of the Official Rules of the Senate have been submitted to your committee for review and consideration. And based on the submission of pertinent documents and testimonies, your committee concludes that the appointment of Ms. Adon Natalik to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission in accordance with 1 CMC, subsection 6102. Therefore, your committee consents the confirmation of Ms. Doris Adon Natalik to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. Again, I ask the full body of the Senate to support Standing Committee Report number 21-107. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Chairman Cruz. Any other members would like to make any comments, statement? If not, ready for the question? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Borja,
Yes.
Senator Cruz,
Yes.
Senator Hofschneider,
Hunggan.
Senator Igisomar,
Awar.
Senator Manglonya, Senator Kiduga, Senator Sablan,
Hunggan.
Senator Santos. Mr. President,
Yes.
Mr. President, all 9 members voting yes.
If all 9 members voting yes for the passage of Standing Committee Report number 21-07, wish to inform the nominee that with this affirmative vote by the members, you are now officially confirmed as one of the board of the Commonwealth Election Commission, and congratulations on your new task. And we hope that the discussion being aired during your public hearing can be considered that a priority also to incorporate during your meeting to strengthen the our election process to a more transparent, especially for this coming election. So again, on behalf of the members, congratulations. And now if you have any statement to make, you may do it at this time. Ms. Atalik.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I want to say thank you so much, Senate President Victor B. Hokog, and each and every one of you here in this committee and everyone here in the chamber. I'm very honored that you guys found my credentials enough, and if not more, to be able to serve in the Commonwealth Election Commission. And I'm very, very excited to be a part of it. It's my first time ever to serve a civic duty in our CMI government, and I'm really grateful for that. And thank you so much also to the Honorable Governor Ralph Dioggi Torres and Lieutenant Governor Arnold I. Palacios for having their confidence in me to be a part of this democratic process, being a board of director. Thank you again very much. And if I may, if I can please acknowledge Senator 662 Igisomar. I read up on your House Bill or Senate Bill 2168, and I just want to thank you in advance for putting forth a blueprint for us in this coming midterm elections in terms of the curbside waiving, voting, and the absentee ballots. Thank you so much. Thank you again, everybody. Have
Thank
a
you.
wonderful afternoon.
Thank you, Ms. Donna Talik, and congratulations again. Okay, our last, or 2 more, standing committee report. Floor leader.
Sejus Mossy, Mr. President. Mr. President, a motion for the adoption of Standing Committee Report 21-108 from the Committee on Executive Appointments and Government Investigations, reporting on the appointment of Ms. Vicenta A. Rosario to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission representing the 3rd Senatorial District. So moved.
A discussion? Chairman Cruz?
Thank you, Mr. President. Again, Mr. President, your Committee on Executive Appointment is ready to present Standing Committee Report number 21-108. And this is a executive appointment of Ms. Vicenta A. Rosario to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission representing the 3rd Senatorial District, Saipan. Mr. President, your Committee on Executive Appointments and Government Investigation, to which was referred the appointment of Ms. Vicenta A. Rosario to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission, beg leave to report as follows. After review and consideration of testimonies provided, your committee recommends the confirmation of Ms. Rosario's appointment to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. Pursuant to Rule 8, Section 5 of the Official Rules of the Senate, it is the duty and purpose of your committee to report to the Senate for legislative action pertaining to the executive appointment of Ms. Rosario to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. Your committee examined all pertinent documents relating to the executive appointment of Ms. Rosario's overall credentials to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. And in summation of all written and oral testimonies provided to the committee, there are 6 written testimonies in support of the appointee, 5 oral testimonies in support of the appointee, and no written or oral testimony in opposition of the appointee. Additionally, your committee stated several recommendations, issues, and concerns to the appointee that are included in this report. And based on the overall assessment of Ms. Rosario's credentials, experiences, testimonies, goals for the department, and other relevant issues considered, your committee is convinced that Ms. Rosario has the qualification and leadership skills necessary to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. The public hearing was conducted on August 12, 2020, here at the Senate Chamber at the Honorable Supi Magnas Memorial Building, Capital Saipan. And during the hearings, certain recommendations and issues and concerns were raised for the appointee to address and look into when confirmed as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. In conclusion, all required documents in conformance with Rule 8, Section 5 of the Official Rules of the Senate have been submitted to your committee for review and consideration. And based on the submission of pertinent documents and testimonies, your committee concludes that the appointment of Ms. Rosario to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission in accordance with 1 CMC Section 6102. Therefore, your committee consents the confirmation of Ms. Vicenta A. Rosario to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. Again, I ask the full body of the Senate to support Standing Committee Report number 21-108. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Chairman Cruz. Any other members want to make a statement? Senator Sixto.
Thank you, Mr. President. And I've been thinking about how to and where to make my statement. And I wanted to make this statement not to be against anybody we're confirming today. And I do support you. I will vote yes. But the statement has been bothering me because it has to do with Mr. Hofschneider's comment. And I wanted to state it out. So all the members that were confirmed today, and I noticed that a lot of them are new into the system. But Mr. Hofschneider said something which is picking my brain about attorneys and counsels that may have turned him away. And I want to say this because once you are confirmed, everybody who's confirmed, you hold the fiduciary responsibility to that position, just like they elected us in here. No lawyer should tell you what to do. You should follow the guidelines and follow the rules. But your role is to take a look at what's happening, what needs to be done, what needs to be changed, and then recommend policy changes to us if it's not working. Because things are changing. And a lot of policies in the Election Commission, at NMC, a lot of them are archaic. Tempon trust territory, if I may say, antis. So if you are never allowed by a counsel or by an attorney to think, we will keep having that same problem. I don't know the facts about Mr. Hofschneider, but if his issue is consistently affecting and others are also injured, similarly, we will never find a way. Every office of every senator here, whether you're for us or against us, you're welcome to sit down and we listen. Because for me, you have that responsibility. Do not allow someone else, because I've been a victim. I've been a chairman of CDA, chairman of NMHC, chairman of the retirement fund. And I know these lawyers can be very intimidating, telling you cannot be done. Nothing cannot not be done. So I'm saying that so that we prevent, you represent the people. Fenonia Siliana, it's a moru, para tototano, it's an either followers, gini magi, right? You represent them. So open your hearts. Listen to what he has to say so we can close that. I really hate it as a senator or as a person to hear a never-ending issue. Kumutisinya, sangani toto na tisinya, zo para, fenonia si Senator Cruz, check the legal system. Lo kumugagwaha, if the drama is still there, then something's not happening. So I'm asking you as new board members, let's work together and do what you think is right, and don't let anybody else stop you if you're doing it for the benefit of the people. And now what? Just once, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you so much. Any other members? Okay. Madam Clerk?
Senator Borja,
Yes.
Senator Cruz,
Yes.
Senator Hofschneider,
Good.
Senator Gisomar,
Hungan.
Senator Manglonia, Senator Kirua, Senator Sablan,
Hungan.
Senator Santos, Mr. President,
Okay.
Mr. President, all 9 members voting yes.
Vote 9 members voting yes. Standing Committee Report 21-108 hereby passes the Senate, giving you, Ms. Rosario, the blessing as being confirmed to serve the position as the newest Commonwealth Election Commission Board. So I know you have a great task before you, and I hope that together with other board members to work in harmony so that we can expedite our election process, particularly this November. Time is of the essence, and I ask that each of the board members to really come together and work on our election requirements and ensure that we address those complaints in the past, and to ensure not to experience that this coming November. So again, on behalf of the Senate members, congratulations on your new responsibility, and thank you for stepping forward to serve the Commonwealth of the Northern Marianas government as well. Thank you and congratulations again.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you. I will work as to the best of my ability to try to, have a honest and orderly and impartial election process. We will listen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, our last standing committee report, I like to inform the member that Mrs. Manglonia Leilani is not able to be with us this afternoon, as she had to catch her flight to Rhoda, and I was informed that she was trying to rebook her flight to attend this confirmation, and was told that it's too late for her to change her flight for tomorrow. So or for the next 2 days. So with that, we will be acting on the standing committee report in her absence. So, floor leader.
This is Mossy, Mr. President. Mr. President, this is the last standing committee report on today's session agenda relative to the governor and the lieutenant governor's appointments to the NMC Board of Regents and the Commonwealth Election Commission. With that, I move for the adoption of Standing Committee Report 21-109 from the Committee on Executive Appointments and Government Investigations, reporting on the reappointment of Mrs. Leilani I. Manglonia to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission representing the 1st Senatorial District.
Okay. Discussion on the motion for the passage of Standing Committee Report 21-09. Chairman Cruz, recognize.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, this is the last report from your executive appointment and government investigation, and this is the Standing Committee Report number 21-109. The executive appointment of Ms. Leilani I. Manglonia to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission representing the 1st Senatorial District. Mr. President, your Committee on Executive Appointment and Government Investigation, to which was referred the appointment of Ms. Leilani I. Manglonia to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission, begs leave to report as follows. After review and consideration of testimony provided, your committee recommends the confirmation of Ms. Manglonia's appointment to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. Pursuant to Rule 8, Section 5 of Official Rules of the Senate, it is the duty and purpose of your committee to report to the Senate for legislative action pertaining to the executive appointment of Ms. Manglonia to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. Your committee has examined all pertinent documents relating to the executive appointment of Ms. Manglonia's overall credentials to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. And in summation of all written and oral testimony provided to the committee, there are 0 written testimonies in support of the appointee, 4 oral testimonies in support of the appointee, and no written or oral testimonies in opposition of the appointee. Additionally, your committee stated several recommendations, issues, and concerns to the appointee that are included in this report. And based on the overall assessment of Ms. Manglonia's credentials, experiences, testimonies, goals for the department, and other relevant issues considered, your committee is convinced that Ms. Manglonia has the qualification and leadership skills necessary to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. The public hearing was conducted on August 12, 2020, here at the Senate Chamber at the Honorable Sus P. Mafnas Memorial Building here in Capitol Hill, Saipan. And during the hearings, certain recommendations and issues and concerns were raised for the appointee to address and look into when confirmed as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. In conclusion, all required documents in conformance with Rule 8, Section 5 of the Official Rules of the Senate have been submitted to your committee for review and consideration. And based on the submission of pertinent documents and testimonies, your committee concludes that the appointment of Ms. Manglonia to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission in accordance with 1 CMC, subsection 6102. Therefore, your committee consents the confirmation of Ms. Leilani I. Manglonia to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Election Commission. Again, I ask the full body of the Senate to support Standing Committee Report number 21-109. Zeus Mossy, Mr. President.
Thank you, Chairman Cruz. Ready for the question? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Borja,
Yes.
Senator Cruz, Senator Hofschneider,
Yeah.
Senator Gisomar,
Aware.
Senator Manglonia, Senator Kiruba, Senator Sablan,
Hunggan.
Senator Santos, Mr. President,
Again,
Mr. President, all 9 members voting yes.
with 9 members voting the affirmative to pass Standing Committee Report 21-109. I'm happy to report that Ms. Leilani reappointment hereby confirmed by the Senate to serve second term or as a Commonwealth Election Commission Board. I would like to extend also on behalf of the members to Mrs. Manglonia, congratulations, and we wish that she will work alongside with the other newly confirmed election commission. And we extend our congratulations to her. Thank you, and I will call a short recess. Okay, we're back in our plenary session after recess. We are still on item M of our business. Floor Leader, you have any more standing committee report?
Yes, Mr. President, on page 5. Item M4. A motion for the adoption of Standing Committee Report 21-98 from the Committee on Judiciary, Government, Law, and Federal Relations, reporting on Senate Legislative Initiative 21-09 to propose a constitutional amendment to Article 5, Section 4 of the NMI Constitution to require the resident representative to the United States to provide a report to the legislature in a joint session, and the committee recommends passage in its current form. So moved.
Second.
Okay, discussion. I recognize Senator Po.
Thank you. So I guess there's no requirement presently for it didn't carry over the Washington delegate to the congressional delegate, no? That requirement. So there's really nothing in the books. Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion? Ready? For the adoption of Senate Legislative Initiative number 21-09. Those in favor of the motion to adopt Legislative Initiative 20-09 say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Standing Committee Report 2198 is hereby adopted. Floor Leader.
I just want to say, Mr. President, for the adoption of Standing Committee Report 21-99 from the Committee on Judiciary, Government, Law, and Federal Relations, reporting on Senate Legislative Initiative 21-11 to amend Section 10 of Article 3 of the Constitution of the Northern Mariana Islands to restrict the governor's emergency powers to mobilize available resources to respond to that emergency within the executive branch, but not including the legislative branch, the judiciary, and autonomous agencies. The committee recommends passage in its current form. So move.
Second.
Discussion. Those in favor of the motion for the adoption of Senate Legislative Initiative 21-11 as it refers to Senate as it relates to Standing Committee Report 21-99. Say aye. Those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Senate Legislative Initiative number 21-11 is related to Standing Committee Report 21-99 is hereby adopted. Floor Leader.
A motion for the adoption of Standing Committee Report 21-100 From the Committee on Fiscal Affairs, reporting on Senate Legislative Initiative 21-10 to propose a constitutional amendment to Article 10, Section 2 of the NMI Constitution to require the governor to provide a report on the social, fiscal, and economic impacts of tax exemptions. The committee recommends passage of such initiative in the form of SD1. So move.
Discussion? Ready? For the adoption of Legislative Initiative 21-10 SD1 as it relates to Standing Committee Report 21-100. Those in favor of the motion for its adoption say aye. Those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Senate Legislative Initiative 21-10 SD1 Standing Committee Report 21-100 is hereby adopted. Gloria?
Mr. President, since some of the members are returning to their island state today, if there's no objection from the members, I move to item P on bill calendar for final reading.
Can we move up first, if no objection, with the members on to item O for introduction of bills and resolution? Or item P? Oh, no. Item O, correction. If no objection, before we move to item P?
No objection, Mr. President.
Okay. Anybody wants to make a Senator Sixto? You have any bill to introduce?
The bill for introduction, Mr. President, it's Senate Bill number 21-67 and Senate Bill 21-68. These two bills have to do with the Election Commission. And the first bill, Senate Bill 2167, is to allow the commissioners to appear via teleconference or online if they are not able to travel into islands to come to the CNMI or to go to the islands to meet or to hold a meeting. And Senate Bill 2168 is to provide amendments, suspend certain CNMI laws in the CNMI to allow an election process for this year to respond to best practices of an election process due to COVID-19. It's just must.
Is that is both bill a pre-filed bill already?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. President, thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, if none, I have two bills here for introduction, unnumbered bill. And the first one is a bill for an act to establish the Commonwealth Recorder Act of 2020 and for other purpose. And the other bill is Senate to be assigned is a bill for an act to amend certain DFAM sections of Chapter 18 of Title 1, Division 2, Part 1 of the Commonwealth Code and for other purposes. Floor leader.
The President will now move to item P on bill calendar. On page 7. We start with the second box, and I move for the passage of Senate Legislative Initiative 21-09 to propose a constitutional amendment to Article 4, Section 4 of the NMI Constitution to require the resident representative to the United States to provide a report to the legislature in a joint session. So move.
Just to clarify the motion, Floor Leader, I didn't hear you correctly on what article are we amending in the Constitution?
Article 5,
Okay.
Section 4.
Okay. Okay, thank you. There's a motion for the passage of Senate Legislative Initiative 21-09. Discussion? Ready? Clerk?
Senator Borja? Senator Cruz?
Yes.
Senator Hofschneider? Senator Iggy Somar?
Aware.
Senator Manglona?
Yes.
Senator Kiruga? Senator Sablan?
Hunggan.
Senator Santos? Mr. President?
Okay.
Mr. President, 7 members voting yes, 2 absent.
Okay, we have 7 members voting yes on Senate Legislative Initiative 20-21-9 hereby passes the Senate. Floor Leader.
Mr. Jusmasi, Mr. President, a motion for the passage of Senate Legislative Initiative 21-11 to amend Section 10 of Article 3 of the Constitution of the Northern Mariana Islands to restrict the governor's emergency powers to mobilize available resources to respond to the emergency within the executive branch, but not including the legislative branch, the judicial branch, and autonomous agencies. So move.
Second, discussion. I just want to make one clarification, Floor Leader. The emergency power only limits the office of the governor or the governor to reprogram only within the executive branch. Is this what the initiative is trying to accomplish?
Yes, Mr. President, but this initiative will encourage whoever is the governor to seek the legislature's action in amending the fiscal year budget if he needs additional funding.
So the exclusion of the judicial and the legislative branch is the governor is not privy to reprogram any of its funding?
If this initiative passes, Mr. President, no, only the legislature can amend the budget.
Any other discussion? Ready? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Cruz?
Yes.
Senator Hofschneider?
Hunggan.
Senator Iggy Somar?
Aware.
Senator Manglona?
Yes.
Senator Kiruga? Senator Sablan? Mr. President?
Okay.
Mr. President, all 7 members voting yes.
Okay, with 7 members voting yes on Senate Legislative Initiative 21-11, hereby passes its final reading. Floor Leader.
Just Mr. President, the last action on today's session is for the passage of Senate Legislative Initiative 21-10 SD1 to propose a constitutional amendment to Article 10, Section 2 of the NMI Constitution to require the governor to provide a report on the socio, fiscal, economic impact of tax exemptions. So move.
Discussion? Ready? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Cruz?
Yes.
Senator Hofschneider?
Yes.
Senator Iggy Somar?
Aware.
Senator Manglona?
Yes.
Senator Kiruga? Senator Sablan?
Hunggan.
Mr. President?
Okay.
Mr. President, all 7 members voting yes.
Okay, with all 7 members voting yes for the final reading on Senate Legislative Initiative 21-10 in the form of SD1, hereby passes the Senate on its final reading. Floor Leader.
Mr. President, if there's no objection from the members, I move that all the items on today's agenda will remain on the calendar for action on the next Senate session. So move.
Okay, our next legislative session will be held on the island of Rhoda on August 28th. And as recommended and by the floor leader and been seconded with the members, that we will put all undiscussed item for today's to remain on the agenda for next Senate session, particularly on the island of Rhoda. Senator Paul.
Thank you, Mr. President. I guess today we did a very fast passage of couple legislative initiative, and I just want to ask the floor leader if he can actually consider Senate Legislative Initiative 21-3 and 21-4 and 21-5. This is a legislative initiative that I introduced several months back, and you know, I heard some of the discussions in the House about the reduction of the cabinet members and salaries of employees, and this is a constitutional amendment to reduce the salaries of the governor, the lieutenant governor, and the attorney general, and the chief justice, the justices, and the Superior Court judges, as well as the legislature. But I understand the legislature had a drastic reduction already, so maybe something like after the next increase, subsequent to that, then they also fall in line for reduction, but not until they have gotten another increase 5, 10 years from now. But the judicial and the governor and the lieutenant governor and the AG, they recently got increases. For example, I think that this is something that I hope the Fiscal Affairs Committee can look into, because I think we need it. I mean, we're gonna be looking at reductions, you know, in the next year or so, and this is something that will allow us to reduce also the constitutionally protected office. And I want to respectfully ask the Fiscal Affairs, I have introduced maybe 20 legislation in this Senate, and not one of my bill has gotten out of the committee. And I respectfully ask the committee, I know they're busy on many bills, but one bill, for example, that I introduced is on community benefit fund, and this is basically just the accounting of the community benefit fund. I know that we don't have to talk about this today, but had this been in place, this would not have happened, where what they owe us in tens of millions, we're not gonna get it, and they're probably gonna go broke. But nonetheless, until something happens with our casino, let's pass a bill like this where they have to report to the legislature and the governor every year on the accounting of these funds, and also to allow the OPA to come in and audit them. So another good bill that I have is Senate Bill 21-11. It's to require the contractors to be licensed in the CNMI. And we know what's going on with legal issues, court matters, you know, it's all have to do with contractors, contracting, procurement, and all this, and also bidding, local contractors, preference, and all that. I think that it's about time that we have a law that requires contractors to be licensed in the CNMI. So there's maybe 15, 16 more bills. I ask the various committee chairmen to please consider passing this legislation. I see, for example, today in our calendar, a House bill that's going to talk about surveillance camera. I introduced this already 2 legislature back, and my bill is still sitting here. I'm going to support that House bill, but at least somebody took it up. So some of these bills that I introduced, the House haven't introduced a similar legislation, and I'm going to ask the floor leader and the committee chairman to please consider passing some of this legislation. And also, I don't want to prolong the session by bringing up the retirement issue. I again respectfully ask my colleague, the chairman, the Senator Jude, to at least put it on the floor and let's dispose it in the next session. I respectfully ask the chairman on that. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Paul. I ask the committee to seriously look into those legislation that is of utmost importance that Senator Manglona is alluding to, and see whether we can come up for action on our next legislative session. And if Senator Manglona is concerned about the House passing his intent for that bill, then maybe we'll look into that as well.
President, I don't have any concern. We'll vote on the House bill, but I'm just saying that, you know, the bill that I introduced was years back and also early last year, and we haven't taken it out of the committee, and the House, we introduced it much later, finally got it to the Senate now, and it's on our calendar. So I'm just wondering whether the committee, in deciding on that House bill, review my bill so that at least there's some compatibility or whatever. Thank you, Mr. President.
So I guess, no, Senator Poe, I would like to take that bill and have the Senate pass your bill.
Good bill, actually,
Well-
and I don't want to prolong it. The best thing is to have a bill on surveillance so that if there are vandalism being done, criminal acts being done, we can catch it, and that's the purpose. So I don't want to delay the bill, Mr. President. the
So
House bill.
we'll look into it and see what we can incorporate. Okay. Floor Leader?
In line to Senator Poe's comment, Mr. President, the floor leader is more than willing to make motions on any of his bills once the committee puts it out for action on the next Senate session.
Thank you. Let me just take a short recess. Okay, we're back to our session after a short recess. Floor Leader, can you effectuate the proper motion to go back to item O to address the two concurrent resolution?
Yes, Mr. President. On item O, number 2, for the adoption of House Joint Resolution 21-11, so move.
Discussion? Ready? Those in favor of the motion for the adoption of House Joint Resolution 21-11, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. Motion carries. House Joint Resolution number 21-11 is hereby adopted. Floor Leader.
For the adoption of House Joint Resolution 21-12, so move.
Discussion? Ready? For the adoption of House Joint Resolution number 21-12, those in favor of the motion say aye. Those opposed say nay. Motion carries. House Joint Resolution number 21-12 is hereby adopted. Floor Leader.
Mr. President, that's all on today's resolution calendar, except with the House Concurrent Resolution 21-2, which the chairman requests to keep it on the calendar.
Okay, thank you. So, any motion for adjournment then?
Mr. President? Just to, if the members don't object, just to clarify, one of the community members who requested that we place on today's calendar House Bill 21-76, HS1. However, our Senate rules, Rule 3, Section 4 on special sessions, and today is a special session, does not allow the aforementioned bill to be placed on today's calendar. Thank you.
Thank you for that clarification. Yeah. Floor leader. So now, if there's no further, and everything will be put on, as is on the calendar to be addressed in the next session. So I guess it is proper now for the floor leader to offer the necessary motion for adjournment.
I suggest, Mr. President, a motion to adjourn today's session subject to the call of the chair. So move.
Okay, those in favor of the motion to adjourn subject to the call of the chair, say aye. Those opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Senate session is hereby adjourned subject to the call of the chair. Ito kusong gatsay flight mo, no? Ha?